Now is Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Danon. Ambassador, thank you for being here. You just moments ago pledged at the United Nations that Israel will respond to this attack. What might that look like? And is there a danger of this all escalating into an all-out regional war?
We will choose the time and the place to respond, but I can assure you, Elizabeth, that there will be a response for this attack. You know, it was an unprecedented attack in the history of mankind. Even during World War II, the Blitz of London, the numbers were not what we just experienced. Almost 200 rockets, ballistic missiles were launched into Israel. 10 million people had to run for shelters. Imagine that the entire New York City would have 10 minutes to go to shelter. That's what we experienced. And I think we are very clear. It will be painful. We are not afraid. We are strong. And you know what? Some will even say that now we can say it out loud. Iran is a terror state. For years, they were playing and hiding behind proxies. But now we all know who the Iranians are.
Do you, obviously, the IDF did a phenomenal job repelling the attack with an assist from the United States military in the region. Were you at all surprised? This was more than twice as powerful as Iran's first attack on Israel in April.
Well, you know, we heard the Iranians threatening Israel in the past, but I think when you look at the quantity of the ballistic missiles, they invested hundreds of millions in order to acquire those capabilities. We have a very strong defense system, and I think soon they will find out that we also have very strong offensive systems. So we are not afraid of them. You know, the people of Israel, they are strong. They are willing to pay the price to stay in shelters, but they are actually supporting the government in its call to make sure that Iran will pay a price for what they did.
The Israeli Security Cabinet is meeting tonight in its underground bunker to discuss next steps. Do you think striking Iran's nuclear facilities is on that agenda?
So I will not go into details, but you know, the cabinet will think very carefully and will make sure that it will be painful. And I would advise the Iranian regime not to challenge us. You know, they might think that our pain is weakness, but it's a mistake. Yes, we are in pain after October 7th. We are still praying for the hostages to come back, but we are strong. We are a strong nation, strong people, and we have amazing military. And I will advise them not to challenge our technology and our abilities.
Iran said that the missile attack was in response to the assassinations of the leader of Hezbollah and Hamas. It has asked for a UN Security Council meeting. You responded saying, quote, "The state of Israel is in a just and defensive war like no other. We will not accept moral preaching from a country that is a factory for terrorism," end quote.
Well, Elizabeth, only at the UN, you have a terror state like Iran, and that we all know what they are doing, you know, sending weapons all over the world to attack civilians, to attack U.S. embassies and personnel. And at the same time, they come to the UN and they demand a Security Council debate. Tomorrow, the Security Council will convene. I requested that today, after the attack at 10 o'clock in the morning here in New York, and we'll discuss the attack coming from Iran against Israel. I don't have too much expectations. If this plays at the morality, they would have put out a clear condemnation for Iran, but I don't expect it to happen.
Yeah, the UN Secretary General condemned Iran's missile attack today, saying, quote, "This must absolutely stop. We need a ceasefire." I've got to get your reaction to that.
That was very disappointing, because if you read the full statement of the Secretary General, you realize that basically he calls for de-escalation. But you have a member state of the UN. You know, the leaders of Iran were here in New York last week. They were welcomed with applause when they spoke here at the UN. And now when they attack another member state, all of a sudden people call for a de-escalation. It is unacceptable what they did, and we will not wait for the UN. We will take action.
All right, thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.